and welcome back to the game. The new generation has arrived and has been stirring the pot in the ongoing season. Joining us to talk about the latest batch of superstars in the NBA is basketball analyst Nikki Villasin. Hello.
Hello,
and,
Nikki.
welcome to our winter wonderland of a studio. Let us figure out first your criteria for picking these players. We asked you for a list of exciting young players today. What were your criteria in making this list?
Points per game, social media exposure. How often are they spoken in social media?
Yeah.
And just overall hype. Like whoever people are interested in listening to, watching, at least averaging double-doubles. If not double-double, at least double digits.
All right. When you say social media, not necessarily them being on social media, but them being mentioned.
Yeah,
in
Them being
social
talked
media.
about, yeah.
It's like
Okay.
Slam, Bleacher Report.
Okay, so
Yeah.
let's begin with somebody who is hot right now because he just returned. Morant, with not only the return after 25 game suspension, the game winner yesterday. So tell us, why did you choose Ja?
I've always liked him since even his rookie season. He plays very fluid with the ball. He also just has an undeniable scoring ability. And he was able to come back from a 25-game suspension and score 34 points and 8 assists. That's not something that's really heard of.
Yeah.
But it just comes to prove that he's a dog and he's good at what he does.
Absolutely. I love the next guy on your list, by the way, Coby White, because not a lot of people would pick Coby White, and I love how you're showing him love. My personal memory is when Coby White got drafted, and he said "wow" over and over again
Yeah,
about for his
humble.
teammates. But then, why Coby White in particular for you?
I'm from Chicago.
First of all,
There you go.
First of all, I'm from Chicago.
let's establish that.
Yes. So.
Secondly, it's the hair.
Secondly, the hair.
Obviously, the hair. Yeah.
The look. But I also watched him when he played at North Carolina. So his game translated really well to the NBA, and his averages doubled this season. So you always want to keep increasing and doing better each season that you're in the league. So I just personally like the way he plays. He's always consistent. He has a great scoring ability as well, and his jump shot's just really fluid.
His stroke has gotten better this year. I watched him on that back-to-back Miami-Chicago, that mini-series that they do now.
Yeah.
And in the first game, he was the one who killed Miami in Miami. So, okay, and the hair. You got it.
And the hair.
Yeah.
And the Bulls beat the Lakers today. Sorry, Direk.
Did they?
Yeah.
Did they? Oh, well, speaking of the Lakers, we have to touch on the next player that you really, really like, and the player is?
Austin Reaves.
And why? Did you get to watch him here?
No, I didn't.
You did not?
But I watch him a lot on TV,
Yeah.
and I watch his highlights. But I really like the way he contributes. He has like the advantage of having obviously LeBron James and AD on his team. So a lot of the times other players are focused on the All-Stars, so it leaves them open for the third, fourth option to score a smooth 12, 15 a game. And
He's an
it's
all-star.
great.
Yeah, he is. By the way, he's averaging the best numbers in his career so far.
Okay.
And I remember just watching him when he broke out. I don't think anyone would have expected
No.
Austin Reaves to turn out the player that he's turned out to be.
Probably one of the most popular players who came over to the Philippines.
It's him,
Yeah,
it's him and Luka Doncic.
The World Cup. Yeah, exactly. But
insane.
imagine the Luka is Luka, and then Austin right there in terms of fan support. Yeah, that's incredible.
That's
for
the
Austin
Filipino fans say. He's him.
Yeah, exactly. Now, another guy who was here in Manila and is doing so well this year, the Ant-Man is on your list, right, Nikki?
Yes, I really like Anthony Thomas. I just like the way he plays. He's really strong. His mid-range game is fire, and his ability to also increase his stats from last year.
Yeah.
I know the Timberwolves struggled a lot due to inconsistencies, injuries, right? They didn't have Karl Anthony Towns last year, so I think with him playing with Kat and Rudy Gobert, they really clicked this year, and their defense is what's winning them games.
Yeah, it's incredible because they're number one right now at the moment, if I'm not mistaken. And let's see if they're for real in the playoffs. And because Anthony Edwards has been one of the guys
Yes.
He's the man. He's the
in
man.
particular.
I love watching him.
Yeah.
One
and
last guy. We cannot finish the show without mentioning.
I think an easy one here,
All right.
to be quite honest,
All right.
Wembanyama for the Spurs. So, why him?
Well, he was the #1 draft pick, so he has a lot of hype. He's come from overseas in France, and he's standing at like 7'4", I believe, and that's
Doesn't play like it, though.
right.
No, he does
yes,
not,
he
yeah.
doesn't. But at the same time, he's only 19 years old, coming and going and starting in a rebuilding Spurs team. It's hard for like anyone to take on that role.
Yeah,
It's unfortunate the
It's
Spurs are not winning, but
Yes.
he is marquee.
Yeah, he's
always
marquee. People will come out to watch, and he will, at least based on the early returns, turn up winning basketball very soon.
Nice.
Nikki, we really appreciate you coming on over here. We understand it's cold, and
It is cold.
but it was a great, warm conversation. Really
Yeah.
appreciate you.
And we'll wait for more lists soon enough from you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right.